Okay, I'm guessing we're live.
Hello everyone.
Hello everyone. Jarek here.
Simon here.
As it says on the bottom. So welcome in AMA. We haven't been doing AMA for the last few weeks, I would say.
It's been busy.
It's been busy. It's been really busy with actually everything. But finally, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, which is called "We finished tomorrow." Tomorrow is the last day of shipping of StarCraft. So then we're going back to normal, back to the business and back to other projects immediately with no delay. So that's good. That's the good news to start the day, to start the AMA. Let the question, guys, keep asking questions. We will come back to those questions just in a minute. As always, we have a few slides to show you. Today, mainly, I really want to talk about logistics because there's lots of misconception. Also some mistakes we did, and that's true. We have to agree to that one. But we will go there. That's the current projects and some upcoming projects. So in general, logistics at the moment is a mess. It's a little mess. We just found out a big time, and US tariffs affect a lot, and then obviously war in Ukraine as well. We needed to change our strategy for Australia shipping because it meant to go on train to China and then on China on a boat. And that meant to save at least 3 to 4 weeks even on shipping, or sorry, 3 weeks on shipping. But it didn't happen. And eventually, the shipping company say to us, no, don't do that. The train might be stopped because train from Poland to China go through Belarus and then Russia and then Kazakhstan and reach in China. And they said, no, don't do that. The train will be stopped for some time. Ain't gonna get it on time, or it's going to be basically delayed because this is what's happening with trains now going through. Being political because we know what this one is about. So it's about, slowing down Europe as much as possible and so on, so on, so on. But anyway, so what's happened between May and July, and this is what we said previously, and I said previously, every shipping operation was on hold. Every packing, every shipping, including retail. So we haven't shipped nothing to retail, except StarCraft. So we just focus on StarCraft to actually do it, and I will show you why just in a sec. A very simple graph. So we needed to focus on one project at the time, and that's what we did. So this is only kind of affecting one project because this is all import heaven projects which was affected by this. The heroes which is shipped from Green Logistics, it's completely different story. We don't have control over this one. It's a Green Logistics.
Yes, it's a separate supply chain.
Separate supply chain, exactly. And that's about it because there's only one project which we need to ship, and obviously it kind of, but it didn't affected also Master of Orion because we had no room to take any stock, but it wasn't because the Orion is still a little bit delayed. Now we have to work very, very urgently on something which lovely United Europe decided to do. There's a new packaging regulations for anything which is coming, and they are being put in a place literally next week. So every upcoming projects moved from one quarter or maybe 2. So that's what we did. We pushed all the projects away for the following quarters. So this being like Heroes, Quake, Dishonored. As you might know, we have not given any dates for any of those projects. Even the
Duskhollow.
Duskhollow is also pushed away, and the date is probably not there yet. The team was asking me for the dates. I said, look, we have to finish one thing at a time before we're going to move and doing many things at the same time because we already going to break our backs. We did a few times already in the last few months, but obviously we don't want to do more. The priority, so that was one of the reasons. The priority was to clear out warehouse, just to make sure the warehouse is completely flushed out with everything, and because we needed so much space for StarCraft to be packed and shipped. And that affected Port Heaven and Masters of Orion production receiving. We couldn't receive any production, but that wasn't the case anyway because we're still waiting for those things to come. Do we need to improve anything in logistics? Yes. First of all, we need larger warehouse. I saw one comment today on a New Heroes campaign, and somebody was asking question whether we're not gonna be using any other company for shipping, because some like you, we're totally fed up with Green Logistics on shipping. Something really, really wrong happened to them as a company, because the shipping is just terrible. And only one way to solve those things is actually shipping from here, from our own business internally, as we did in the past. So with the new large warehouse, which is already being constructed, that will be the case. So just quickly, I want to show you something. That's kind of our current warehouse capacity. This is how much stock we can hold it today, right? That was the caves projects, which was quite okay. We almost built up the entire warehouse with caves, and then we ship it out. Then the Port Haven was here. That was the plan for the Port Haven. We went almost like 60-70% in the building the stock for shipping. That was the beginning of the year, and then in that place this came through. So the StarCraft came through, which needed about 5 times our warehouse, and that's what I said in the past. Our big constraint about how much we can ship at the same time is the warehousing, right? Make sense? So I can.
This is also again why we rented out a warehouse for Port Haven. Unfortunately, that warehouse had some issues. Which is
yeah, we rented a warehouse for Port Haven, which meant to be for the packing and shipping. We ended up not having electricity over there for about 2 months. And he ended up with not actually packing anything because we had no power there. I mean, I know, guys, you don't care about those things, but that's the real story. We rented a warehouse meant to be. We planned put some, some power generators or whatever to run it. That would be silly. I mean.
We also need to set up stuff like internet and
yeah, that wasn't big. I mean, I couldn't set up internet because I had no power.
Yeah,
we have electricity for 1 week ago, finally connected. So that's great, and that was interesting experience. But anyway, if you guys asking for why we haven't shipped all containers at the same time, that's kind of your answer, because we needed to ship 5 times more than our warehouse could hold it. So we have to do it step by step, right? Wave by wave. So the Port Haven was moved to the new place. We haven't done any operation over there, and now with the clear out of the warehouse for StarCraft, we're gonna start reshipping and shipping Port Haven. So this is back in the business.
Another thing as well with Port Haven, we are planning an update. It will most likely come out tomorrow. Just so you guys aren't super scared or anything. We do want to keep everyone informed, of course.
Yeah. So the main issue was warehousing, nothing else, and how we can manage so many things. Now, I know the guys from Port Haven would say they don't care. I totally agree with you. But from our point of view, if that wouldn't happen, we wouldn't ship any of the projects. It's just simply impossible to do those things. Impossible. So we are getting new warehouse. Actually, this is the picture. So this is a picture from 2 weeks ago. Now there's a little bit more work done. This warehouse will increase 3 times in altogether capacity for a warehouse. This means future projects, all the future projects, we will be able to handle from this place. Now, it meant to be operational in September, October. I don't know. I have my doubts. We will see, but still, towards the end of the year, the current warehouse, it's more than enough with the new ones, which we have, externally for long-term storage pallets, should be enough to actually carry us once this one is fully operational. Make sense? I think makes. I mean, I'm telling you guys as it is. I mean, it's nothing to. It is what it is. This one is a massive project for our company. It's a huge one. It's compacted. It's just extremely compacted to 3 months. So yeah. Okay, this one you might take screenshots if you want. This is the containers we shipped out to each of the individual country. So all those USA containers you can see here, these are only your orders, only business to customer orders, right? So they all go into miniature market in United States, and some of them they're going to arrive next week. Yeah, next week. And from that onwards, next week, all those containers arriving next week, they're gonna be redistributed and shipped out to you guys. So I'm guessing the first parcels you should be seeing around about a couple days after that date, because we told them miniature market is like urgent for us to actually get those out for you guys. And then the last one sits here, so towards the end of the month. Yeah, it's a mixed orders, by the way. It's from big orders, small orders, large orders. We just went down the line from the orders. There's no kind of like first in, first out whatsoever. But this is what it is. If you want to track any of those shipments, that's the shipping company for those here, and then Merckx is used for those things here. So Let's Play Games is another one, and Lightspeed Global is for Canada.
Also worth noting, all of this information was provided in the blog post that was posted today. So you should have received an email with some details about this. But in case you haven't, you can also just again go to our website.
Yeah.
Check out the blogs we post on the StarCraft page, and it should be the first one.
Makes sense, right? So I'm not very happy about this date. I know, guys, you're not either. This is where Let's Play Games, we wanted to ship this one completely different. We wanted to ship this one first of all not on a boat. We wanted to use train, and then the last push on a boat, and that would cut about 3 weeks, around 3 weeks of transportation. But then we spoke with Let's Play Games. They said, oh no, that's not a good idea. Then we had second opinion coming from the shipping company. They said, no, this is very bad decision with the current state, with the experience of shipping this way. Yes, potentially in the perfect universe, it will save a lot of time, but we are not living in a perfect universe at the moment. There's lots of issues. That means the Australia is going to be last one to get it. So it is what it is at the moment.
Yeah,
Why
we are very sorry about that, by the way.
Yeah,
we knew, like we originally said, we wanted to everyone to receive it at more or less the same time, but its logistical constraints in this project have been like really hard on us. But again, we do want to really apologize for all of our Australian and New Zealanders out there.
Yeah, it was kind of we're not gonna be offering anymore this kind of deals, right? Because they really we could so the Australia doesn't have constraints in terms of tariffs, but it's shipping cost. So we charge shipping cost $30 for Australia, round about like this, yeah. That's what we charge. Normal shipping cost of the whole-in package, like massive package, is $160. So you did save a lot of money to yourself, but then obviously the stock needs to go on a boat and it will take time to actually get to you. And that's it. And this is the last time we did that for Australia. Maybe we'll be offering some deal in the future, like choose the way if you want to get shipment from us, whether you want to air flight or boat. I don't know. We have to think about this because it's down to the numbers of parcels. But we choose that way only because we wanted to save on shipping. Now for USA, it's a completely different story. USA, the biggest one is tariffs. I mean, I've been talking about this many times. Tariffs today, nobody knows. They meant to be, 10%? Or 12% or 15%, absolutely nobody knows. The main problem with tariffs is if I start shipping today your parcels, so in the past there was so-called de minimis, which means every single parcel which was $800 or less, there was no tariffs on that parcel, right? And that was cancelled by the current administration. Although I remember reading like in a Big Beautiful Bill that it meant to be cancelled in 2027, but they decided to cancel straight away. Which means that if I ship parcel to you today and tomorrow somebody wakes up in the United States and say, no, today tariffs are 100% of whatever, this means that parcel will be subjected to 100% of tariffs, which you guys not going to pay this. I mean, neither do us. It's simply we cannot pay 100% of tariffs on products which, you know, it's 100% of value. It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. It's a stupid, I'm not gonna swear, but it's just a completely stupid idea of actually having tariffs. Not even tariffs, I mean, okay, fine, tariffs, but at least stable tariffs. At least this is what it is, and forget about that. And, you know, so the only one way to secure this one that it doesn't change. And by the way, you know, there is a tension now between EU and USA, right? I mean, you read the news, you know the news, so you know what's going on. So the only one way to actually ship it is on a boat. And actually, every single project from now on is gonna be we're gonna do this way. Especially when it comes to shipping to United States. Until somebody's gonna say, okay, this is the tariffs, and we're gonna be sticking to it. Then we can do something else. Then we can actually, you know, stay with it. But in this situation, no. So, yeah. So festival tariffs, because we pay tariffs, not you. We decided to pay tariffs on the product, but we have to ship on a boat. It takes time. Also, we charge lower shipping cost. We charge 20. So that's what it is. And what actually Archon is paying at the moment, we pay for EU, USA shipping, so everything which goes on a boat. And we from the money we collected from you for shipping, we also pay 30% of domestic shipping. So we added 30%. Now, where those 30% is coming from for domestic shipping, you know why, right? Gas is not cheap anymore. And with every shipping, every parcel, even domestic ones, there are additional fuel charges, so-called. And it's depending on the gas price. So gas being the way it is, the shipping companies decided to, even domestic one, increase the shipping cost. So, you know, guys, it is what it is at the moment. We have to just suffer through that. So again, the commercial tariff is on us. We will pay that. We will add that 30% to shipping internal, no problem. But it takes time. Downside is basically 6 additional weeks. That's what it is. So that's how the process was. So the pre-packing, so packing one container. I think we are able to hold 3 containers of stock, like in constant rotation, so up and down, up and down. This is about 160 pallets just pure for that. But anyway, pre-packing takes 3 weeks. I want to show you the current state, right? So pre-packing about 3 weeks, then it's shipped from our factory. We ship it in early June, and then domestic shipping will start post-August. Normally, in a normal universe, this means just literally before Christmas, that would be the case.
You mean Easter or?
Christmas, because he put tariffs away in January.
Oh, you mean,
January
okay,
21 or 22nd, they put tariffs on, and it's ridiculous. And nobody knows because the regulations are not there even. So, like, the problem is not even tariffs. People getting the stock from all over the board. The companies, the shipping companies, charge additional cost for charging people tariffs. So if your tariffs should be, I don't know, $20, all of a sudden it's 60. Because it's a processing fee you have to pay to shipping company, just because you want to receive the parcel.
They often charge like per item and just a flat cost as well, which can increase the cost by quite a bit.
Yeah. Same goes to anything from our customer service. So if we want to send any replacement to United States at the moment, the only one way to do the replacement is actually do exactly the same route. Although we're working on other solutions just for those things, for the replacement. I think the replacement we could work out somehow to pack in because they're tiny, small parcels, to pack things and ship it. Anyhow, in a normal universe, that would be the case. So packing and shipping, early May, by June, everybody would have their parcels. But no, we couldn't do that. Everything needs to be like build up massive stock, pack this stock into the container, build up massive stock, pack it into container, seal the container, ship the container, right?
And this container has to then go to a distribution hub, and then it can be sent locally. Whereas normally, like previously, we could just send it directly from our warehouse in Poland directly to your doorstep. And now there's just like this entire process just built around just actually getting your packages into the country.
Yep. I mean, for those of you who've been with us for years, we've been running business for like 11 years now, 12 years now. And we had loads of shipping to United States. So you guys remember us when we were shipping, like, you know, Port Heaven or other projects. We never had a situation when we told you something, oh, you know, whatever. Maybe during COVID we had problems, like everybody, because we paid like loads of money for containers from China. Back then we had some products from China. That was one of the reasons why we decided to, you know, let's make everything, try to make it domestically. But in general, we never had the problems. We also used to have like quite good logistics and shipping times and everything else. But nowadays it's just disaster. UK shipping, this is the screenshot from yesterday. This is the lorry, which is arrived today. And shipping is happening, guys. So yesterday I was in the UK last weekend to fix everything and put the systems in our new warehouse in the UK. It's actually quite good news. I wanted to make like additional slides for that one, but we'll keep it for the next summer just to explain. For every single UK person, for a UK or whatever customer backer, we finally find a way to fix the problems that Brexit created. So you know all about VAT. So either VAT charges or refunds VAT, and then some randomly popping up some additional cost for shipping from the companies. We fix those things. So everything from now on is going to be shipped from our UK hub. So the process is we pack everything on a truck here, we ship the truck to the UK, and then from the UK warehouse is everything distributed. So it's not the big downtime. I think the downtime is about 1 week in total, because obviously it's 1 week to build the stock for that truck, and then about 2 days or 3 days to get the stock to UK and then redistribute. So that's what it is. And projects, this is how we're going to be doing the projects from now for the UK. I think it's a great news. I think from all the small companies like ours, we are the first one to do that. To have dedicated warehouse for that, and that also means dedicated warehouse for business to business, and dedicated warehouse for business to customers. If you buy anything on our online shop, it's going to be exactly the same way. Now, you probably know EU decided to put additional charges for every single parcel which is not coming from EU. That also means every single parcel which is being shipped from UK to some of the European countries, because some of the European countries decide not to, you know, put those regulations against UK. It's just another stupidity put in place. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm expecting something similar to be put in the UK for EU at some point, which I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. Which means then we're gonna be secured. And also our customers, because for the crowdfunding, like you guys following us many times, and you know I like to talk about the business. Go and search any company at the moment and check what they do at the moment for the United States, USA shipping. They don't ship anything unless it's a US based company, just because of those issues. And then there is going to be more and more issues. That's for sure. It just keeps on rolling and rolling with some crazy ideas about local markets. And I mean, UE is not manufacturing anything. I mean, we manufacture miniatures, but anyway,
let's move
yet
on.
another way of taxing people, right? So guys from UK, sorry for rambling. It's a great news that your parcels is to you. You're gonna get it very, very soon. This week, or potentially this week, some of you, because I've seen some tracking numbers, and I've seen some people on our Facebook commenting that, and that's great, it's coming. And that's the Australia. So that's Australia. It goes around the coast and so on, to actually reach you. The same story here. What we're covering, we decided to give you much lower shipping cost, $30. And it takes time to actually get to you. Luckily, we have a partner which is very good in actually getting the stock from Europe to Australia. Let's Play Games, I think this is one of those companies which we can work with. We do. I think we also talk about a total distribution for StarCraft and other products as well with them. But logistically, it's a nightmare. Now, I was thinking why Games Workshop is like doing what they do for Australia, thinking that no, it's not. It's basically a logistic nightmare to actually get those things sorted out. So, and I'm not surprised if the Games Workshop's got the product on a boat for 6 months. They need to have a little bit like, slightly better profits on this product, which is not fair to customers in my opinion, but it is what it is. Some things when you do all of a sudden clicks and give you some understanding about how things work and the reason why they work. So here's the same story. We pay for everything. Domestic shipping is being paid for us. Obviously, there's additional charge. I think we calculated we're going to have to add about $20-25 to each of the parcels, only because of the cost of the petrol in Australia. So there's additional surcharges. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Yes, this comment is good. You have to be fair, I would say 80% of the issues is just like global, but 20% is also our issues, right? We don't get me wrong. It's the things we do here, the things we have to fix, right? Like machinery is gone, miscalculation happens on production. So all of a sudden we needed to put something in the production and everything stopped, right? So the core game, for instance, the core game is 22 different pieces. Logistically, imagine now that most of those pieces actually coming from our factory, which are miniatures and box, but we also have a cards in there, we have a dice in there, right? So we have all those different components, and in that supply chain, which is extremely strict, and the window is very narrow, if any of those elements is not on time, we are going to lose weeks in some cases. So it's down to also internal logistics and issues with internal logistics. We probably, if everything was going according to plan, would be maybe 3 weeks better than we are currently now. So, what I'm saying, we wouldn't have this discussion. We would probably much better for about 3 weeks, but that's about it. I don't think would be anything else. The other problem was that, the orders were coming through. And we were not aware about how much business-to-business orders is going to be there, because we kept them to the last day. And we knew exactly business to customers because you guys were purchasing on daily basis. So we were kind of ready for, this is what is going to happen. This is the amount we have to manufacture, produce all those things. But then all of a sudden, we receive all the business-to-business orders, and we said, oh God, there's a problem now. How are we going to structure this one, and how are we going to do it? Because everything we do internally, we can do it, it's no problem. But externally, we have to tell them, okay, double the amount of production because we need that double amount of production. Yes, we could split in two, but then you lose manufacturing slot, and then everything is falling apart, if you guys know what I mean. So some of the decisions we've made were, we have to do it this way, and that's it. So about that, maybe we should at some point, I said that on Discord today that, maybe at some point we should stop pre-orders, but we kind of don't know what's the business to business is going to be. And the business to business is a huge one. So I was very, extremely surprised. There are some questions.
Yeah, we got some questions.
Let's have a look. We have some questions here. I'm gonna be. No, it's not. I finished shipping. I wanted to explain shipping, guys, because there's so many questions about shipping. I don't want to educate anyone. You guys are more than clever probably than I am, but I want to show you the perspective, and at least for the people who not really following and so on and so on. But many of you know exactly the situation we are in. So I'm just moving to other things. I want to show you great things. This is for upcoming projects. Have a look on that. I'm going to be showing you this in a minute. This is to be, I'm excited for that, right? So chicken legs, look. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Duskhollow. There's one of the projects. Duskhollow is very, it's funny because even with we not actually doing anything at the moment, marketing wise for this project, we still make tooling and everything else because it's just happening in the background. So everything else is doing correctly, but not there. Okay, where I am, I lost the plot. Okay, I am back. Sorry, my brain is got a massive headache today. Let's check maybe some.
So I presume the UK will see a reduction in shipping costs too, now with Dark Archon birthing into existence.
Yes, which means that, so in the UK, we can ship at the moment parcels from like £5 to £8 for the large parcels, which the cost is very, very good. The price is very, very good. We just have to basically also include the shipping of lorry from Poland to UK. So yes, the cost for shipping, that's including domestic shipping, which means even if you buy from our online store, the same story here. I mean, UK market for us is extremely important, especially for Trench Crusade. I think personally, I think the Trench Crusade is the biggest market for UK is the biggest market for Trench Crusade. Is in a pair with maybe a little bit less than StarCraft currently, but it will grow. I think it's gonna grow. StarCraft it is large. I think it's. Sorry, my chat froze. I mean, I don't know why the chat is keep freezing. Look, I cannot actually move it to things. Right? Okay. So business to business starting when? Business to business. Majority of the business is already shipped. It was shipped this week. There is also shipping following for the next couple of weeks. So business to business, we're gonna get the stuff late, but also rest of the stuff. And I didn't mention, but Dungeons and Dragons, that is the huge one as well, which we just said no, we're not shipping anything till we finish StarCraft. And tomorrow you're gonna see, I'm gonna record the video of last parcels being packed. I'm gonna pack the last parcel, which is gonna be shipped to Europe, and I'm gonna record that one. I have to, because it's just give me so much stress and everything. So yeah. Thank you. I mean, I know. You guys have seen it. A lot of people, like on Facebook. If you go on a StarCraft, there's loads of people actually. I mean, come on, 8,000, more than that, almost 10,000 people already received their parcels. So a lot of people received the parcels, and lots of people sharing basically. And like yourself, like gentlemen over here who received the stuff, he knows very well about the. Tomorrow is dedicated to StarCraft. So tomorrow,
tomorrow there's going to be like an announcement, and
it's only announcement, guys. Don't jump on me straight away. It's pre-order starting. No. It's only announcement. We are going to be talking about street dates. We are going to be talking about price, and we are going to be talking about release dates for each of the regions, because we're gonna have to do region by region. With those constraints we have currently on shipping, and having more understanding how to deal with like a Canadian market, this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to put those elements in place, and each of the region we're going to get, they're going to get it in different times. Okay. That's actually good, because that's going to give some people who just going to receive a cool game time to assemble the miniatures and models. They won't have to jump and buy other things. They might try the game, hopefully like the game, and come back for more when it's actually time for them to get it. Makes sense, right? So, okay, let's go for the normal questions, Shimon.
Yeah, so from the Discord, D&D, when will the pre-orders ship? Is it the same timing as DNL orders? Will there be any other D&D trains set this year? So regarding D&D, it was of course in the same pile as DNL, which were both held back, unfortunately, by the problems we discussed earlier. Sorry. They should be coming out soon. I believe the current date we have on the website is 15th of August. And if there's going to be any updates to that, of course, we're going to update the date as well, and maybe potentially also let people know through email. Not sure about that yet, but again,
yeah, we had a meeting with Hasbro yesterday or 2 days ago. Yeah, so the requirement was they understand the situation, because for the company to all of a sudden double or quadruple the output, it's not easy from the factory, and they just told us make sure that customers are aware. Once the date is out, it should be this week or next week, you're gonna get an email about shipping to you Dungeons and Dragons pre-orders, and this is all as well to the business to business, right? So once that goes out, it's gonna be
Yeah, and for Porthaven, any update on the book and missing manuals? Yeah, so the book is completely finished. Right now it's just being sent off to the print house, and we're just waiting on it.
Okay, so once we have it, it's gonna be on the update, please. Okay, let's make sure we have it.
Yeah, next question, Duskhollow. Will there be gargoyles for the castle sets? And if not, then pretty please can it be something you can think about? Do you want to go? Or?
Do you want to go?
I mean, I haven't been following Duskhollow too closely yet, honestly.
Yeah.
Do you have some minis to show, maybe? Or
I do have plenty of minis to show. I mean, some of the minis, not plenty, but I do have some minis to show. Not the gargoyles. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go to. We have dedicated panel just for that one. But I want to show you some of the minis.
We do have like gargoyles planned. I'm not 100% sure on that because I haven't looked too closely. But
I've seen it on
shame not to have them.
I've seen it on the project notes, but if they're going to get it in, I'm not sure. So stay tuned.
Yeah,
Orion.
Maybe in the stretch goals. Master of Orion, please don't get me wrong, I'm really looking forward to Orion, but with every update, it feels like the project is being pushed aside. Even though we know you're only waiting for the last components. I'm really hoping that once the boxes arrive, we'll get a proper kickoff for the project, along with a big update covering everything that's been happening.
Yep.
So...
only one issue which my team is just running like a crazy at the moment is... So UE put new regulation for the external packaging, for the box packaging. We have to create a new label. We told already manufacturers to give us that documentation, create new label. So every single box needs to be now labeled, even if it's coming from like other countries. Master of Orion is coming from China. The boxes are coming from there because we needed to find a company which gonna do. The box is very, very manual operation. It's not machine operation. Normally we would just put on a machine. This one needed manual labor, and we couldn't find any company in Poland that can actually do that. So they have to now just fix those boxes. It shouldn't be affecting much, I hope. But we pushed the date. Yes, that's correct. We pushed the date, and we're going to be sticking to that date now. I think we just have to keep updating people to make sure everything. I mean, the plastic stock is done. I know the last corrections were done on the base. They want to fix something on the base, some random whatever, but that is done. So everything is just basically waiting now for the last components to be here, assembled and ship it to you. Okay.
Do you plan to release any 4X game in the near future? So I don't believe we have any plans for 4X games. But there are some...
StarCraft is area control, right? StarCraft.
Yeah, it is. It's more of an area control. The board game, I mean, not the the war game we have out now.
That's correct.
Or shipping now, I should say. Yeah. But as for other 4X games, it may be some time until the next one. Maybe there's going to be like a second campaign for Orion. Who knows? Maybe. Yeah. I'm hoping for one personally. But yeah, no new ones, I don't think. Yeah. Not on the horizon, at least.
This is a good question. Has been consideration for a production warehouse in North America, Canada welcomes you. Yes, it was. Excel says at the moment no. So at the moment, it's good to use 3PL companies like we do now. So ship everything on a boat and then so on. At some point we will have to, but manufacturing reallocation is impossible. The manufacturing I cannot even see, even Games Workshop is not doing this. So Games Workshop products are made in UK and shipped to United States. They did actually small production at some point, but they shut it down in 2008. And I know why. It's just basically the technological nightmare of making injection tools and shipping them anywhere. If you just want to ship a very, very fragile tool with, fine detail somewhere, it's gonna break, it's gonna get damaged, and that's it. The production won't happen. So you would have to have like entire entire integration of your company, basically copy-paste company like from Poland in United States. However, the warehouse, I was at Adepticon this year, spoken with few lads over there, spoken with lawyer even, just to see how we can manage this. We managed to set up the company in USA, so we have a legal entity now, and we have to basically reach a point in sales when this will be like feasible, and for the business, it's gonna be for the business sense basically, because the labor, everything, warehousing, all those things are very expensive in the United States. The products we make, yes, the product is very expensive, but then the profit on that, because it's a licensing projects, it's not so great, right? And then there is no economy of scale. So if we hit any of those points correctly, like the mainly one actually, economy of scale, let's say they're going to be requirement for the half what we already shipped to United States on frequently every quarter, then without any discussion, we're going to have to set up the warehouse in the United States. But at the moment, there is no prediction for that, because the game is going to grow. It's going to grow. It's going to grow slowly. We know that. But it's going to grow. That's the most important. Till we're going to reach a maybe 5th wave or 6th wave, and they might actually go even faster, skyrocketed. Because it is what it is. It is a more. Once we have more products of the same for the same game, it's actually like a snowball effect. More people, once the previous wave, the new people will jump in because there's all of a sudden something interesting. You know what I mean, yeah? So there needs to be business case for those things. At the moment, it's not there. Yeah.
So from the Discord, would it be possible for the next campaign to have a checkbox for "I have enough clips, please don't include any new ones," to save on plastic that could not be used, or will not be used? I would be willing to pay the same amount regardless for the clips or not, but it might help the environment a bit. Unfortunately, this won't be possible, simply because it's another thing that we have to now check for during packing, and that it just increases the likelihood of mistakes or delays as well. This is actually kind of a big problem with some of our campaigns, where there's just so many different kinds of products that it just makes packing a nightmare, and then also delivery as well. Yeah. So we're trying to slowly streamline all the packing and that kind of stuff, so we can provide a smoother experience.
So it's actually a good example is Heroes of Might and Magic 3, although it's not made here. So the Heroes was done, it was pre-packed done in China, because the game is manufactured in China, right? So the pre-packs were done. And imagine that the number of different combination, I think it was like 450 different combinations, or something like this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So not making mistakes with 450 combination is almost impossible. Of different combinations of packing boxes, right? Because somebody ordered this pin, somebody ordered that pledge, somebody ordered this pledge, and some additional elements. It was a nightmare for the Chinese company to actually pack this one, and they did lots of mistakes in there. We know that, and we apologize for this. Obviously, as always, it will take some time, but we'll fix all the issues from the customer service side of it, okay? But we want to streamline the amount and number of SKU we have, and even during other things, okay? Cool.
I second the call for Cavern Sprue to be an add-on. Same with Doors for the older sets, and another chance to get the Cave Tears Sprue.
We know the people asking for this for the new campaigns. Again, I don't think it's going to be reasonable from our point of view, because expectation probably will be that we need that pre-painted. At the moment, pre-painted is so occupied with Dungeons and Dragons and ship painting. We still paint ship, by the way. So I don't know if we're gonna go that way. Why? The Prisma cast, it's good process. It's very interesting process, but we want to make also available some of that to other products, other product lines. Cannot talk much about that, but in the future we'd like to have other product lines available for that.
Duskhollow, is there any chance for basic bases? Just flat floorboards / flagstone, cobblestone, stand, etc. I'd buy hundreds of them. The previous bases can be tricky to make work with some minis, compromising immersion and sturdiness.
I think this time round we're going to be offering just the flat bases. Huh?
This time around, we don't have any plans for any other kinds of like special scenic bases, or just bases with just like flat boards or anything like that. Again, I think part of this is just like due to cost, right? Yes. Because they never really sold that well. The special bases that we made for the previous campaigns, they weren't really popular enough to like justify making them multiple times, and it's much easier to just have like one dedicated tool for bases, as opposed to having like a one new tool every single campaign, which takes up space in the warehouse and also on the tool rack as well.
Have you considered creating a community ambassador program similar to Warcourse on the old press gangers? Yes, it's a little bit more complicated because we kind of like we have to, and we want to run the business the way how it should be, which means that we would have to employ every single person. It could be short-time employment or what's not, but that's the only one way to do that. We don't create community. We don't want to create community ambassadors just because that person we're gonna get something for free or whatever. No. He needs to be paid. So there are some ideas floating around, and it's more about a community ambassador in its local gaming store. So if you have a local gaming store, and this hasn't been announced, but that's the concept at the moment. If there is a local gaming store, you want to do demos, we would give a credit or your product into credit to that store, and that store can then legally employ you for that small event and pay you in cash or in models, miniatures. It's up to the store. I don't mind the deal between you and store. For us to get those people or this type of people basically to help us with growing, we would have to employ every single person regardless of what, and they should be paid. I'm old enough to know the case between Wizard of the Coast and one of their ambassadors. So Wizard of the Coast was just getting volunteers. The volunteers were not getting paid nothing, I believe. That was the case, but they were just pure volunteers. And one of the volunteers was harmed during one of the shows. So there was a medical bill, large medical bill, that was in USA. And then obviously, apparently, you can Google it, maybe I'm just missing some facts, but the situation was that person wasn't basically paid no money for that medical bill, although he was doing kind of work. So they stopped everything, like the Wizard of the Coast, they stopped doing all those volunteers thingy, and so on. So I don't want to be in the position when somebody's going to be on internet jumping like, oh yeah, I did this or that and whatever, ended up like this and that. No, I think it should be a very, very straightforward contract. You did like hours for us, you spent time showing, promoting the game. This is what you should get paid. So that's the idea, and either it's gonna be through the store just to manage this, because I think stores would be much better to managing all those things. Stores got their own crew as well, but store might not have time for the crew to actually do demos for StarCraft. They might need somebody outsourced anyway, so that would be potentially for you guys to do those things. But we have not announced this program. We work with the legal just to check whether this is like fully okay with most of the countries, and then once it's there, we want to put out the news and obviously how the program is going to work.
Will Miniature Market be able to handle 8 containers efficiently enough to not take until October to get StarCraft in the US?
Yeah, believe me or not, yes, they will. They hire most. I mean, most of the companies, we told them that this stuff is coming to them. We hire them. So, just to give you some understanding about it, what we did here, everything which is shipped. Maybe I didn't say that, and that's my mistake. Everything that was shipped from here is already pre-packed according to your orders. So, what they're getting parcel with your order in there, with the number on the side of it. They just have to scan the number and put the shipping label, and off it go, right? So there's no pre-packing by them. There's no kind of mistakes. If there's any mistakes in your boxes in your shipment, it happened here in Poland, not in Miniature Market. So that's going to be also very important. I need to this one tomorrow, because otherwise people will be asking who I'm going to ask for any problems, okay? So it's not like it's a big operation with the amount of stuff, but then handling it doesn't require that much stuff to actually do that because it's not pre-packing. We did all the heavy lifting here. So this is why it took so much time, because normally, you know, okay.
Hope you give the last pre-order pack a cent/little gift, because it will look like it will probably be me.
Funny. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's gonna be you, but definitely we're gonna be recording this one tomorrow. It's a historic moment for this company and needs to be recorded tomorrow. The last parcel packed by myself and the last parcel being shipped, and we'll see. I know, guys. The concept and something which is called like golden ticket already break out. I was hoping nobody's going to see that one, but yeah, one of the box will have golden ticket, and that golden ticket is basically written by hand by me to contact our customer service, and my name is on it. So it's on inside the box. So I hope nobody's gonna be calling like customer service saying, "Hey, somebody actually sent me in this box. What's going on? I want a replacement." Yeah, but it says golden ticket on it. But we will see. The last parcels going out from this place is gonna be done by myself. I need to do that. Well, I own you this one, guys, so I'll do that. Okay. Oh, sorry.
DNL, how long are the scenic bases available for retail sales, and will it be possible to order them as add-ons for Duskhollow?
How long are the scenic bases available for retail sales? I mean, at the moment, scenic bases, if they retail, they're gonna be available for now. This is, yeah.
It's hard to put an exact date on it. It's until stock lasts, right?
Most of the cases, yes. We are going to be fading out some of the products. We have to fade out some of the products, guys, from what's the name from our list, because it's too much. It's now difficult. It became difficult to manage. But we will give dates. We will let you know that some of the products are going to disappear, and you can get it. Maybe in the future we will put some program in place like made to order, but program made to order, which means there's going to be some time waiting for this before we're actually going to be able to put it in place, because we just have to wait for XYZ products to be available, and then you get notified by email, hey, we have this one straight away, and then we can do that.
Mm-hmm. And also, no, it won't be possible to get them through Duskhollow.
No.
Please, we need more sci-fi or modern people, civilian people sets, and I assume this is for DNL.
Yes. So let me tell you something. Because there's a more question about the sci-fi. You guys know, we used to make a long time ago some of the sci-fi sets. There is idea, and at the moment, actually 2 ideas about the DNL. I have to mention them here. One idea which is floating in my mind, and this is what I was saying about sci-fi. If we have a great game, sci-fi game, we might be doing some sci-fi terrain using DNL technology and DNL connection sets. Yeah, I think that makes sense, right? So, yeah, I want to do that. I remember playing, I'm going to be honest, it's about StarCraft, obviously. I remember playing myself StarCraft, and there was many missions, like internal missions, right? So I think we would be able to do something around that. Now, that should be also pre-painted. So that might be our first pre-painted 3D terrain for wargaming and set in that universe. Now, I'm a little bit worried about price tag, whether people are going to be happy to pay XYZ for it, because it's a pre-painted, will require a lot of chunks, a lot of elements. But I had an idea how to, get more stuff on a spruce, so effectively the price can be kept like, let's say, normal, but then you still get more elements on those spruce, right? But stay with me. In case of dedicated sci-fi, it might not happen, because we won't be able to divide and conquer on DNL itself to do sci-fi and then do fantasy one. DNL, especially Duskhollow, is so much advanced in the project itself that we do a lot of. We have spruce now, we have models, plenty terrain already been done. So yep, we have to basically be focused on the fantasy at the moment and sci-fi with IPs only. Okay, I think that answers your question. I would say yeah, there's gonna be more sci-fi, but it's gonna be dedicated for a game.
In a previous stream, Jarek mentioned that he slightly regrets not bidding on the for the Dust 1947 IP. Is there any chance of collaborating with whoever acquired those rights, like the partnership with Trench Crusade? Last time I asked about an official follow-up, and the answer was no, but it might differ when it comes to the official one.
I mean, that's the Dust. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's more stories. There's always more stories to those things. Like,
basically, it's a complicated story.
It is complicated story for Dust. There is lots of skeletors, dead skeletors in the closets for this campaign. So yeah, I decided to pull the bidding for this. I'm kind of regretting. Maybe yes. Maybe no. Yes, I do. I mean, yeah, maybe yes, because the price wasn't that big for that one. But somebody who got it, there's a company in the Kingdom, they got it. I think they got a better plan for this IP, and they will do very, very good. Now, whether I'm going to be partnering with anyone else on this, I know we won't. We're probably gonna be providing maybe some production services, but I don't know. I really don't know. Our production services is just, we're trying to keep it low now, even smaller, because we do have, and what my team is going to be tasked now after StarCraft, because now the StarCraft is in maintenance mode. The maintenance mode means all the heavy job was done for the rules itself, for the core rule book, and now we just have expansions, so they have to spend time on expansions. So they have a little bit more time now on other projects, and I put them on our space combat game, and then that's gonna be next one we're gonna do. This means that we're gonna have to use more production for our own things. Yeah, that's kind of what it is at the moment.
I have two questions. When are you planning to release a mobile app for StarCraft? And are you planning to release a 2.0 StarCraft manual, even just for printing?
There won't be no mobile app. There will be web app. So web app at the moment, there's a new trend. The guys who following stuff, they know most of the things actually to work now, it's through the web apps. Mobile app itself, it takes time to get through. You know, the shops. So either it's Apple Store or, you know, the Google Store. So if we're gonna do, we will do, because our current app, it's still not there yet. I need to work on that one quite a lot, but that's gonna be improved, and we're gonna be working on a web app. The web app works exactly the same as your normal application. You can access it. You can even create a shortcut on your screen, on your desktop screen, and yeah, we're gonna be using that way. Why not like official mobile app? I think it will it's gonna be hassle to get approval anyway, so I would use just the one. Are we planning to create 2.0 StarCraft manual? I don't know. I don't think so. I think we don't plan to do any version 2 of the game, because we have so much to do for this game that doing it at the same time like second edition or something like that, it will just ruin. We don't have capacity for that, basically. So it's gonna be this edition, maybe some slightly adjustments to the changes. So it's called basically running game. So this means, you know, you're gonna have small tiny changes here or there, but that's about it. Okay. I think the game itself's got a lot. Ask quick questions about StarCraft as well here.
Yeah, if StarCraft continues to be a success, would you be interested, if possible, to extend the license beyond 10 years to keep the game alive?
Yes, I would like to have it forever. Like forever. The content for this game, for those of you who are going for BlizzCon, I might be at the BlizzCon, by the way, so yeah, you may say hello. You know, I mean, that news braked a couple of weeks ago, I believe, a couple of months ago, about, you know, Blizzard doing something with StarCraft. There's going to be new content, and that new content will be available to us to make miniatures. So
it's just rumors at the moment, though.
Of what? Of they doing something? No, it's not rumors. It's not rumors.
I'm pretty sure it's a rumor.
Oh shit. No, it's not. It's not. It was kind of official.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Well, they're doing something, you know.
Yes.
They're doing us, you know.
Sheesh, let's move on. No, I'm joking. Yes, I did reach to somebody to Shadowrun. I wanted to buy it. They said no. They wanted to lease it. I said no. Simple. Why? I can tell you why. Shadowrun at this stage, when I did like deep dive into this, requires completely total overhaul, and it needs to have a proper strategy for this IP to grow. I don't want to put any whatever on the competition, but I don't think the current licensee's got data. It's got that. Okay, so it's limited basically to RPG systems. And I cannot be limited to RPG systems. I might not have digital because digital belongs to Microsoft, that's fine, but I need entire content. Because to get the IP restructure, redone, and rehaul, you need everything. So we're talking here about the comic books, we're talking here about novels, we are talking here about the game, RPG game itself, and so on, so on, so on. But they said no, so if they said no, then fine. I'm not gonna be pushed on that. And they proposed maybe you want to list it, some part of it. I said no, I'm not interested. So that's it.
Hey Archon team, finally got my all-in pre-order, and I'm amazed by the amount of stuff you crammed into the boxes. Love it. It's a very tight fit in the box.
Yep. Yes, I want to do tournament. Make sure there's a tournament at the Adepticon. We have team dedicated for that one already, so that's cool.
Why wasn't that ramp included in the standard Lost Temple components box? Also, when can we expect it to become available? So it's a separate terrain box. It contains obviously different terrain pieces. This box for the ramp, it's just the ramp. You're not getting like the long walls or anything like that. It wasn't ready because it's just a separate set. We can only work on so many things at the same time, and it was just released later.
Yeah. And it's gonna be a Wave 2 release.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So tomorrow, join us tomorrow if you want to see how everything looks. Is there any info about the shipping of closed pledges?
So yeah. I mean, shipping is ongoing. Unfortunately, it's taking a lot longer than expected from Green Logistics, and we're still observing the situation. We've been there physically a couple times, I think, even. At this stage, we're still not 100% sure how long it's going to take for them to ship everything out. There aren't like too many pledges left to ship. But yeah, again, at this stage, it's rough. It's a bit rough.
With them, yes. I think we look at the numbers. There's not much left for them to ship out. I'm not worried about them shipping out everything. I'm a little bit worried about the amount of mistakes they did during shipping.
That's also
we have 250 different customer queries about mistakes in shipping. Okay, I understand there was 27,000 parcels shipped. Fine, it's a lot of parcels shipped, but then still, 250 different mistakes just on the shipping, it's a little bit too much.
I'm pretty sure it's quite a bit more than that, actually.
They told me 250 today. So maybe you have better data, but they told me 250. Maybe they want to hide something from me because they know I'm going to blow up again. And they a little bit start worrying about my health and mental health sometimes even. So,
yeah.
Hey, that's good. My team is start worrying about me. I think they see the cracks now. Yeah.
From the 8th of July and probably earlier, Polish retailers, for example Rebel, have been selling retail copies of the new expansions in English and Polish before backers received their pledges. How did this happen?
It's so the window was we have first wave of shipping, meant to finish. I think there's something outstanding from Green Logistics, about 200, right?
Yeah.
Then there was a window for retail, and then there was a window for business to for second wave shipping. That was the plan from day one. So maybe that wasn't communicated correctly, or what's not, but that was the plan. Now, still, what you see is maybe 5% what they meant to ship, and they probably, whatever, you know.
The issue here is
No, that's wrong. Mr. Czerwony Rymcerz. No, you're totally wrong. And watch my videos if you want to make comments about that. I'm not blaming them for mistakes, what's not. I am blaming them for this shipping. We never had a problem with them in the past. I was always advertising them. I was always going to other companies saying how good they are. So, no, don't put any words into my mouth, please. Okay? Because that's not fair. I always, and Shimon is here, can tell you, I always was saying good things about the Green Logistics. The previous years, they were amazing. They were shipping everything, we had no problems, what's not. Something really, really bad happened to them now. And it's not only us, not only our company, because they've been serving as well Awakened Realms for years. And Awakened Realms, this year, they pull all the stock from them, or remaining of the stock, or whatever, and they actually going to do it by themselves. Not good. Okay.
So again, for people asking on the status of Port Haven shipping, there's going to be an update tomorrow. I already said this at the beginning of the stream, but again, just as a reminder for anyone that's just tuned in, there's not going to be any like new groundbreaking information in this live stream. It's just all going to be in tomorrow's update.
Yep. Okay, let's have a look. Is there more questions?
Duskhollow Port Haven retroactively. You've answered it before, but I would like to know whether neoprene gaming mats from the same manufacturer you worked with for HOM 3 are still on the table as add-ons for Duskhollow, or whether that idea has been scrapped.
Do you know anything?
Well, to my knowledge, the topic hasn't been touched, so unfortunately, no. For Duskhollow, I don't believe there are any plans for any proper neoprene mats.
Yep.
And when is the lava caves from Port Haven hitting retail? I don't think it's ever going to hit retail.
Why?
I mean, if it hasn't hit retail by now, it's probably lost somewhere. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on it. I do think. Was it a Kickstarter exclusive? To my knowledge, some of those sets were Kickstarter exclusive, which is why they never made it to retail. Maybe I'm just mixing something up, but if it hasn't been released by now, and it's like from DNL 3, then I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah.
How many % of the Port Haven ships were ordered as pre-painted?
2,000. We have 2,000 ships which were ordered as a pre-painted sets. Well, 1,800 was on beginning of the year, and then was a little bit more coming through, but about 2,000. So that's gonna happen then.
What percent though?
I don't know. There was what, 6,000 backers? 7,000 backers? I don't remember how many backers. So it's going to be difficult to tell you the percentage. I know the number only, well, yeah. It's quite a lot, to be honest. Every single ship to actually paint it on a Prismacast is 45 minutes one side. So it's 80 minutes to paint one set. Because we have to paint, the way how the Prismacast, we cannot do normal process. We cannot set up ship after ship. We have to set up one side of the ship on one machine, and needs to be done in one go. And why it needs to be done in one go is just basically because if you move from machine to machine, the colors might change a little bit, shape might change. Mm-hmm. And although once you run it, it might be marginal, but you can still see it. And I want to avoid any problems with people complaining about different shade of colors on the one individual ship. Right? It might change from the ship to ship, but because of from machine to machine, but that's what it is. So it takes a lot of time to actually paint that one. That's the long one.
Oh yeah, this is a long one. Yeah. Oof.
You know this one. This one is basically about updates. So I think going back to discussion about what we're gonna do. I tell you something, guys. I spoke with my customer service team today, and they also a little bit worried about the amount of things we're getting, emails and everything else. Like in normal life, you guys work, most of you. You also have personal life. You know very well if something happened in your personal life and is busy, like your life is busy, like, you know, and also work. If you're project manager, you know that very well. Many things gonna be delayed. Many things gonna be delayed. The other project is gonna be pushed aside. Other things, you know, family members gonna be pushed aside because you don't have time for them. This is exactly what's happening in the company when we have one big project and the people dedicated to that project, or maybe, you know, some of the assets, we have to use for other projects, and that's what's happened here. I think it's a clear for me, and I say to my customer service today, once we finish with StarCraft, we're gonna be dedicated, like moving from to projects to projects, and then roundabout in 3 months' time, it should be everything settled down. So it's just the moment. It's just the moment of 3 to 4 months where it's hit up, when we have lots of pressure on us. Loads of pressure from people, and what's not, and we just have to finish what we do, move to the next one, finish the next one, and then gradually we just basically finish what we basically started with some of the elements. Okay. Master of Orion, we know logistic, but you have most experience with game for now. Have you had any thoughts about the game? No logistic. Any fun stories, memorable moments from your playtests?
Honestly, it's been some time since we last played. Since we got together. I think last time we went to.
I remember our game.
Yeah.
I remember when we played, and I was like, "You won that game, right?" Or by 1 point.
Honestly,
I think you won by 1 point. I was pretty sure I'm winning the game. It was like 4 of us or 5 of us, and then after the points counting, he won by 1 point. But we play very passively, I would say. We didn't play any, like, you know, actively fighting and so on. It was just like, let's test the water of each. Let's play a little bit of politics here and there. There's a politics in game, and I like it. I really like it.
But it's for me. It's honestly been some time since I last played. We need to get together again. We've been trying to play some other board games recently. Trying to play like the Europa Universalis board game, for example. But every time someone just needs to cancel, or just someone's calendar just doesn't line up, and it's pretty rough. So for the past couple of months, we haven't really gotten a chance to try.
Exactly, and you know, just going back to this business rumble, we are in a what's the name, in the holiday period. So there's lots of people going away for holidays. Anyhow, so it's difficult to actually get people at the same time in the same spot. What's not?
I do think my most memorable game happened in like pretty early playtests, where I was playing as the Cylons, and I was on like one system for most of the game because I just got locked out, and I developed I cheated out this technology for trading, this tier 5 one at the beginning of the game, and I was just trading with everyone the entire game, and nobody really saw me as a threat because I was just on one system until like the final round, where it was already too late, because, you know, they just gave me so many good deals. I just had so many resources. I just kind of took over the game after that point, which was that was really interesting. I think really cool.
Cool. Thank you for your comment. I will definitely pass the comment to the team. We've seen that a lot on Facebook. Obviously, not everybody uses Facebook, but if you do, join the channel, join the StarCraft, the Miniatures game. You can see that, you know, people's ideas. You'll be able to post your miniatures models once, you know, once we get them for at least for the USA and Canada. So yeah, cool. So have a look what I just have there. I still have more.
Yeah, so 2 questions. Given how many IPs you have on your site, and with the great success of the StarCraft launch, are you then looking to finish some of the other projects for good within the few next years?
No, we're gonna be continuing all the projects we have in our pipeline. So this means like Masters of the Universe is gonna be continued as a miniatures game. I think it's good. I think we already discussed like 2nd edition for that. It would be worth to actually do 2nd edition for Masters of the Universe. Maybe now a little bit more wargaming style instead of board gaming style, but
Oh, stop trying to kill the game.
why? I mean, why? No hexes might work even better. There are some ideas. There are some ideas we have in mind for that. We will see. But no, we're not gonna be killing anything. We also might not be adding more IPs products. Maybe 1 or 2. But that's about it, because we just want to focus on making something internally. So one of the things I did mention is that we are in the process of building a massive warehouse, but then next to that warehouse is going to be new office, and in that new office we want to basically have a designers, so IP designers and world designers, basically more assets for the company, right? So, and from that we just want to create different spin-offs of games. Either it's going to be board games, or we're going to have more under our own IPs, basically. So that's kind of the plan for this for the next year. But before that, we're still going to be carry on and continuing, obviously, with all the IPs we have till the licensor says no. So, you know, it's not our property. It's not our property. Those things they are somebody else's property, and they say no. Not always, you know. I mean, at the moment they're all happy with the results we're making, with the financial results we're making on all of the IPs. So there's no reason to say no. So that's okay. That's fine. Yeah. What was the other one?
And with the great expansion you're currently doing to the company through this through the LinkedIn links we've seen, will you be hiring more staff so other projects can get going as well? And so the current staff doesn't have to trade hats as much between positions.
Yeah. That's one of the things. That's one of the things so the company is 160 people. Here on site we have 120. We do have almost 40 people working from home. Obviously they all artists. I mean, for the artists it's great to work from home. I think this is better. So I think this is much better for the artists because we work in an open space. So the office is basically open space here, and it might be sometimes too loud for the artists to actually work in this environment. Yeah. When the new warehouse will be available for shipping. So the new warehouse will be available for shipping meant to be ready in September. I don't think it's gonna be in September. I think we're gonna have to wait till maybe towards the end of the year till we get all the construction permits and government permits to actually operate there. There's a fire safety. There is a couple of things we have to do. So once this is done, it's going to be new. So probably going back to this question is whether we're going to be using other companies, to run like 3PL for us from Poland. No, we're not going to be using Green Logistics for the future projects. Everything is going to be shipped out from our place. So New Heroes campaign, which we plan to do it and ship it next year, that is going to be here from our place. Now, we couldn't do it now because the campaign was 27,000 different boxes to be shipped out. It was 27,000, that's correct, and it was like almost 30 containers. Now, 30 containers, it's about times 70 pallets. It's about, roughly you get 70 pallets into container. So multiply that one by that, you will see how much actually pallets we would have to today for heroes to actually do it from our place. So even if you wanted, we couldn't. But a new place will allow us, because new place is almost 3,500 pallets. So we will have additional 3,500 pallets in stock for different rotation products. So yes. So I hope this is answering your question. Yeah. Okay, let's go next.
Would it be possible to hand in empty spruce for recycling at conventions such as Essenspiel?
No, don't do that.
Yeah, please don't.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Taking it back with us is just difficult.
No, one bigger thing. Imagine, I put this idea and I spoke with my accounting team, and they went investigating, and what they found out, we won't be even able to actually do any recycling, because we are not a recycling company. To be a recycling company, there is a long list of the things you have to basically fulfill in order to become a recycling company. Even to the level when we manufacture the spruce, right? When we manufacture the spruce, we can only bring the shredder, the mistake spruce or the faulty spruce basically, and we have to straight away put them back in the production. If we store them somewhere out there for longer, we all of a sudden became a recycling company. And all of a sudden we have to meet all those obligations, which we ain't gonna meet, that's for sure, because they just like completely ridiculous. So this idea about collecting spruce, about recycling them here internally or doing anything, it's no way. It's not gonna happen. So that's what it is.
I'll go through some of the stream questions first.
Yes, go for it.
Yeah, so there is a question about caves replacements. That's been on our mind for quite some time now. Again, with the recent problems with the warehouse for DNL, replacements were halted, but we're looking at them again now. And again, hopefully they should be going out again soon. Like during Easter, we sent out a sizable portion of them, but not everything. But now we should be returning back to how we were previously.
Yeah, so customer service today, I created a completely new tool for them to manage everything replacements, everything on there. Today we actually sit down and go through it just to make sure we're not gonna lose anything. And yeah, it's gonna be back on it's back on agenda, guys. Many things are back on our agenda which we haven't done it. I mean, for those of you who are watching us and been with us for years, you guys know we know how to F up things, but you know that we know how to fix them. And I think this is strength of our company, and basically not only company, people working in this company and myself, because if I make something wrong, if my decision is causing some disruption, I'm 100% dedicated to fix those things. Like, it needs to be fixed, and that's it. Even if they're going to cost a lot of money on the company side of it. I know it's against the company, but it's not against like moral policy basically to those things, and whatever, we've been doing this. Okay. Have you changed your mind about having your licensed products on Amazon? I haven't yet. So there are some numbers of licensed product we can have. Motu is one of them, which is great because we're just getting a letter from Mattel about Motu, and it's all fine or good. There is we cannot have card games there. We won't have any card games. Obvious reason, because returns are much easier to cover. People sometimes open the booster packs and they see, oh, I don't want this pack, let's get refund from Amazon. If we're going to have a StarCraft on Amazon, I think we might have to have it at some point, but let's give it time to you guys. And then there is one more thing. You guys know that during the process of pre-orders, we pissed off a lot of distributors. Then we fix it. Again, it goes with this logic done. We do something wrong and then we fix it. But we fix it with distributors and brick and mortar stores. And I don't want to add any fuel to that anymore, right? Especially it's not fire anymore. So if now we're gonna go and say also our products are available on Amazon, and we said that we're gonna be working with brick and mortar stores, they might see that otherwise. So let's give it some time. Let's see what and how a brick and mortar store is going to work with us, and then we're gonna make a call depending on how everything goes.
So, why are there more updates and discussions about Porthaven and progress on Discord and Facebook rather than on GameFound? So again,
I haven't seen any Facebook discussion. Maybe there was some discussion. Yes.
Any new information shared in this live stream was already mentioned in a previous GameFound update. We haven't shared, to my knowledge, anything new about Porthaven. Anything new is going to be mentioned in tomorrow's update, which is, again, the next Porthaven update is planned for tomorrow. I have mentioned this a couple times again already in this live stream, but I'm just clarifying again for anyone that's just joined in. There will be a Porthaven update tomorrow. We're not sharing anything new here about Porthaven because, again, I do agree that we should keep most of our communication on GameFound for this project.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we can reuse our sprues, which were basically not good, but they need to be put back in a process straight away. They cannot be stored. If we start storing them, we all of a sudden became a recycling company. That's according to law. I don't know what's your local law, but that's in Poland, which, you know, we do sometimes silly laws, and then everybody needs to obey that. Should we just move quickly? Heroes, this is one of the campaigns which probably gonna be one of the first one to launch after we fixed everything around it. At the moment, it's got 16,500 people who follow in. This is the last. This is volume 3, the last one, and that's it. It's gonna be all the expansions, everything. The game deserves this one. It does deserve the last expansion, but again, as mentioned, we pushed everything from the release dates, and there is no release date for that one yet. We will know more in the next few weeks because people are asking questions. We'll show you some things for Quake, because Quake is, if you guys on QuakeCon, you might be able to see and even play the board game itself. My team is gonna be on QuakeCon with this. I wanted to show you some painted miniatures. Dave did amazing job on those minis. I think it deserves to be shown to you guys. Now, many of them, they've been at the moment just 3D printed miniatures, by the way, so they're not yet in final plastics. They are going to be PVC miniatures, by the way, not hips, unless I'm gonna find some different process for you to show you to make them. But some of them we showed you, I think, in the past. Maybe we didn't. But these are unbelievably good minis. So the date for the launch is not there yet. We probably might be even pushing to next year, our first quarter of the next year.
Oh, we've really pushed it back to Q4 right now.
Yeah. So we don't want to rush it. We don't have to. We have no need to rush anything in terms of like crowdfunding projects and so on. We are not in need of that. So we can basically get a little bit of, you know, breathing space and finish what we started and not get team distracted again with other things. This is so cool, man. I mean, come on. This is my favorite one. Oh, I think he's over there. Voila. I mean, Dave did a very good job on painting them, no?
Yeah, they look great.
Your double barrel shotgun. Yeah, the game is actually very good. It's not what you would expect it to be, but it's very good. I was a little bit worried initially because the concept idea of having like this person shooter wasn't the one which.
It didn't inspire confidence.
It doesn't translate very well to the board games, by the way. So, but what the team did, Jacek did actually, concept was very good. I think the Jacek did the concept, and then we moved Jacek to StarCraft team, and also board game team, and now Cieszulka is carry on, isn't it? He's carry on the development of the game. So yeah, look at that. Look fantastic on a table. 1 second. I mean, I got a box here. This is basically the board game itself, so a lot of cards. huge number of cards for that game. You're not gonna get miniatures like that. Obviously, you're gonna get miniatures in a proper way, but this is basically the game itself. Very, very interesting game. Very good playthrough. That's only, by the way, this is just the what's the name? The prototype. But I love it. I'm not going to be showing much. I think that's it. Again, if you're at QuakeCon, please go and see our team. They are going to be able to give you demo. Yep, they're going to give you able to give you demos. Right, let's show off our faces, our beaten faces.
Seems you have something else to show as well now.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have them right here.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I was looking for models. I need to change the camera. So Duskhollow. Again, lovely delayed at the moment project. Well, start of the project, not delay, but we can see we have already plastic miniatures and models for this. I want to show you some because Tim was saying it's so amazing. They mutants, right? How do we call them?
I believe that these are the mutant townfolk.
So mutant townfolks, and then that's where you're gonna find it here. I love that mini. It's kind of yeah. You see, that gave me a lot of ideas. That gave me a lot of ideas on the Invoker side of it. You have this type of faction. Why my camera is switched around? Yo, plastic, by the way. Oh, you asked for the base. This is what you're going to get it. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, it's just the bases with the magnet slot, Archon, and then just black bases. Okay. One sec. And I wanted to show you this. So that's the hut. Obviously, this is not plastic. This is not. I cannot actually show too much of my desk because.
Maybe switch it to the face cam.
Maybe I will switch it. Sorry, I cannot show too much of my desk. Unfortunately, not because it's a mess. Because I have some miniatures you shouldn't see yet. Some secret miniatures. Because we are such a bad people.
We always have our secrets to keep, yeah.
Okay, that's the hut itself, right? So that's actually chicken legs. Sorry, it's just camera is other way around, reversed. So that's your chicken leg. So you can use your hut without it, right? So just disconnect those things. And it can be placed like that. It's got the bottom, proper bottom, so you have all the logs and everything else. Obviously, you can look inside. Yeah, I need to use two hands or one hand, but
yeah, again, it's 3D printed, so it's not going to be super comfortable.
It's not perfect.
To use.
It's not perfect, I would say, and all the furniture is now not in a position I'm supposed to be. Here, I can actually get a camera, so there shouldn't be any problem. Yeah, that's the internal. So that's where you're gonna find it. Obviously, those things are. You can remove those things. But that's what you get. It's one of the elements. I think it's one of the super strategicals, isn't it? I think it is. Now it also comes with this. So you don't have to use chicken legs if you don't want to. You can actually put on that, or use this one as a separate element if you want for your terrain. I mean, the tree itself is quite cool as well. It's got those schools here. like a demonic skulls and some mushrooms and all of the other things. So that's there. Yeah, and then you have the cages. So we have 2 cages. What's that broom about? Oh, magic brew. So you have the cages, you have a small cages with some humans in there inside. So all of that is basically that one set. I think I haven't showed you all the miniatures. I think there's a couple more miniatures here because we have that one. And this is actually, that might be, sorry, that might be just a 3D print. That might not be plastic, by the way. I don't feel it feels shitty, so I think it's a 3D print only. Same goes for that model. Scarecrows, some kind of scarecrows.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, guys. Let's go to questions because we're gonna be finishing. It's almost 1 hour and a half. I was rambling today a little bit because
just a bit.
My head is absolutely. There's such a headache, like physical headache. And yeah, so sorry for that if I jump on you. StarCraft is my first game. Huge respect to you, and thank you for your comments. So StarCraft will be amazing on Amazon. Maybe yes, but we need to see. We need to see what the market will be. Market response from local gaming stores. Were you surprised when Big G announced pre-painted terrain for the new Battle Axe after you brought pre-painted terrain and made it a success? I wasn't. I'll tell you why. Hello Stu, if you're watching. So Stu Black is one of the designers and managers at Games Workshop, and he was actually hovering our stand for a couple of years. And I've seen him a few times, wanted to have a chat, and he didn't want to have a chat with me. Funny. But he was hovering our stand and always looking at pre-painted. And I said to my team, watch them. Because if the studio manager is watching what we do and is very, very paying attention to it and is very interested in those things, something will come up, And yeah, and that's it. And as I said, I wasn't surprised. I was like, yeah, it will happen at some point, and it did happen. I don't know the quality yet. I saw some pictures. I think it's not there.
I mean, I'm also not surprised, but I'm more surprised by the fact that they're not doing it in-house from what I've seen. They seem to be relying.
Oh no, they make in China.
Yeah, they're relying on an external company, which I mean, you know how it is, relying on a Chinese company.
I mean, to be fair, Games Workshop is not doing many things. They for the products, right? For the cards, for the packaging, everything is outsourced. They do spruce and only spruce and the bases, which I totally understand. For the big company, it's not a big problem. You may have then, logistic team of 20, 30 people, and they will be able to manage to outsource anything and have a backup plan, have a proper stock accounts and everything basically, coming to you on time. For a tiny company like ours, when we have one logistic manager, right, we've got to have everything manufactured in-house because we cannot waste money on a mistakes in the supplying stuff. Yeah. So imagine that, we've got to have stock to sell. That's what I'm trying to say. And we cannot have customers, business-to-business customers say, I want to order this StarCraft thingy. Can you send me a couple boxes? And we're going to say, no, I'm waiting for the cards. We have to wait 6 to 8 weeks. That's not good. I mean, they're going to say, well, that's not the best. That's not good for the business. So for me, vertically integrated company, that's what we're trying to do. It's the way to go for our size of the business. Are we going to be growing any bigger? No. I mean, yes, maybe a little bit year on year. But we're never going to grow to the size of the Games Workshop. We're probably going to be stalling now, and it's going to be gradually, year after year, maybe 5 to 10% maximum growth.
We're going to have to see about that.
No, I don't think, Shimon. I think that's what's gonna happen. Maybe but then we're gonna have again problem because we have no warehouse. But not joking aside.
I mean, you're assuming that all of our products are going to be, physical in nature. Maybe in the future.
Oh no, I'm talking.
Our bigger products are going to be more digital.
I'm talking purely about. Okay, so I'm talking purely about the Archon Studio. And only about physical products we have in here. I'm not talking about the other ideas and other projects we have in mind or other businesses we like kind of starting. We like every company. I love diversity in the business. So our diversity in the business is at the moment we have business to business, we have business to customers, we use crowdfunding still, we do have services, so we have OEM, we make models for other companies, we have a semi-deals, I call them semi-deals, like Trench Crusade is a semi-deal for us. So it's a little bit better down the manufacturing, but in the same time we take quite a lot of the costs swallow up for this project, but fine, I'm okay with that. So that's it. But then in the future we have to think about other things, so we need to make sure that we have also digital. So whether it's gonna be AA games or mobile games, I don't know. There's a plan, so we will do. But first thing first, what I want to do for the next year is to hire people here locally, if possible, from our town or maybe from Poland, to get them reallocate here. Great writers, the universe creators, basically, so people who will be able to create a great universe that people are gonna be, interested in, and then make that a priority for the next year. And then in the future, we will see.
What's the difference between your AMA tomorrow and the Wargamer Direct stream about StarCraft, if anything, specifically information-wise?
Wargaming Direct is just going to be a very short interview and some show-off of the models and miniatures for the new waves. On our AMA, well, first of all, you can ask the questions, so any questions I'm open to answer, that's fine. And then on top of that, I'm going to be showing the miniatures, I'm going to be showing you videos, we can talk about the miniatures, I'll be showing you sprues that are I'm going to be showing detail on the sprues. That's what usually is there. So do we have a date for the launching of next Dungeons and Lasers campaign? No, at the moment we shifted all the dates.
Basically we're just waiting until we ship a significant amount of Porthaven out, and then we can think about launching Duskhollow.
Exactly. We're not going to be launching Duskhollow when we haven't shipped Porthaven, because that's not what we do.
But of course we're still working on Duskhollow, right? So we're going to have a lot to show when the campaign finally launches.
Yep. The hat is incredible, must have. It is cool. It is cool for like most of the aspects we want to do, like even fantasy. It's gonna work very well for Invoker. I'm so excited for this project. It's like I cannot actually not think about Invoker, and I know it's not on our plan for this year, and I know it's for our plan for next year. But I need somebody to help me out in creating this universe, and my team is great on rules writing, not so much yet on the universe building. So I need basically professional people. If you're one of them watching us and want to work with me, and you have to bear in mind that I'm not the easiest person to work with. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can confirm first.
Yeah. So I don't care. For me, most important is that the business is running. For me, the most important is that at the end of the month, I've got the money for people to pay wages. 160 people in the business is a lot of people to actually feed. So if somebody's gonna call me names, I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, one of those companies who still exists and been existing for so many years. And when you look around it, what you see? I can see only bigger troubles and bigger problems with other companies, which they suffer and struggle. And because they don't have a Jarek. Okay, that's
very humble.
I don't care. I don't care. No, I don't care. You need to have a bad police in a company, policeman, and a good policeman in the company.
Is that me then?
No, the good policeman is everybody goes to him and cry, "Oh, Jarek is still doing the Jarek thing." Yes, I'm doing the Jarek thing because the stuff is moving. I told you today. If my side is basically that way and on the projects, everybody scramble and things happen, right? But everything around it, it's not happening. So I just have to move my head constantly back and forth for things to happen. No?
It's like a reverse weeping angel.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay. I see how it is.
It is. But at the same time, everybody gonna call me names, and I don't care. I absolutely don't care. And if somebody thinks it's that whatever, just try to run your own business with so many people. Like, you know, I keep saying that having employees is like having additional kids. In many cases like that, because every single employee's got its own needs. And that's true. Everyone's got different agenda. Everybody's got its own needs. Everybody wants something else. Some people go into work just for the money. Some people go in for the career. Some people go in for just development. They want to develop themselves. There are many, and then you have to fulfill all the requirements. Like globally, to everybody, in one go. That's one thing, yeah? So, okay. What else? Is there any more question? Oh, yeah, God, I just...
Regarding Dark Archon, outside of distribution, what else does this unlock for you? Talent acquisition, engaging with UK creators, and game stores more easily?
Yes, all of those three things. The big one, for me, the biggest one is basically talent acquisitions from the UK. I think because UK is so dominated by the tabletop miniatures games, I think we will be able to actually acquire many talents into the business, and especially through Dark Archon. And and all those things you just mentioned. We work with many YouTubers. Some of the YouTubers we don't work with, they decided to whatever. No, it's a full story, but I'm not going to talk about that one out loud. But yes, we work with also, and it's also sometimes problem when you located in Poland and then you ask them for invoice, and the complicated part about the working in Poland, and especially working with YouTubers outside, is they need to have a proper documentation for the business, because they have to run business, and we can only do business-to-business deals. And many of the YouTubers, especially the small ones, they don't have a registered business yet. Because they are small companies, they don't have 10,000 people yet to basically generate the revenue. So it means that they won't be able to give you an invoice, and we can't basically ship for, you know, like that for everybody for nothing, because they don't have registered business, right? We need to have a contract, and most of them don't want to have a contract. It's like everything needs to be done legally, right? So having in the UK, the part of having the business in UK, it takes away a lot from our accounting in Poland, especially to have working closely with the content creators from the UK. Okay, but for me personally, it's only talent acquisition. We need that talent. And you won't find any better talent than actually United Kingdom for tabletop miniatures games. The talent and experience, that both things in the same time, right? So we might get amazing talent, just explore this one. We might get amazing talent in Poland because it's normal, you probably will find it. But then that talent might not have experience. And then that person will have to get that experience through projects. And then first and second projects won't be good because he hasn't got that experience to actually, he hasn't burned basically his hands with the tools to know what is good, what is bad.
You know what we need?
Yes. We
need a button that says on it TMI. I press it and it just says TMI, TMI.
Why?
Because you're speaking too much.
I'm speaking too much?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm talking.
Carry on.
I'm talking bad.
It's fine. Acceptable. I'm still waiting for an Archon boss battler board game.
Yeah. Isn't that not the dungeon?
We're okay. Let's we'll put it this way. We're working on a reverse boss battler board game. See, you like that?
Like that. It is, but my friend, it just generate many people who are upset with me, but I don't care. I don't care. You know, it's like the things needs to work, and if they don't work, I'm really, really upset. I'm making mistakes as well. Don't get me wrong. I do lots of mistakes, but then I just admit it, and I'm I'm fixing them, or somebody else is fixing them for me. No, I think there is, but it's tough. It's tough, and everything which is happening behind the curtains, right, guys? It's kind of very rough. It's very rough. Many times it's rough. I mean, people in the business here, we have a project manager, they argue between each other. They do, because there's always like a small level of competition, but exists.
Well, you know, people like to take pride in their work.
Exactly.
And opinions can differ.
I mean, I don't have to tell that. You guys have a job as well. Most of you know exactly how it is to work in any type of an environment. And, you know, people works... I mean, okay, I'll tell you something. Most of the people, I've read a nice article, and it's actually quite good. People leave to other companies because of boss. It's not because of company, because of many things. In our company, we have people who've been with us for many years, 8, 9, 10 years, almost from the very beginning. It's that sculptors and everything else. So whether I'm such a bad person, I don't think so. Yeah, we have people who came back to us even after actually testing water somewhere else. Just because they left their business to go somewhere else, and they come back, no, I want to work in this company. So it is what it is. And, you know, if somebody going to say on the internet about me, whatever, okay, fine, I don't care. 99% of people in this business, I think they appreciate basically what we do. At least that's the feedback I'm getting. So
it's like the old saying, you know, all roads lead to Archon.
That's the old saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I need Sauron. There is one. There's actually a miniature which is called, I think, Jahazal. There was what is called the miniature?
Jahazal, yeah. That's the troll, yeah.
So I'll tell you something. My team was tasked to make me as a miniature. I told them, you got the free hand. Do whatever you want. So they decided to actually make me as a troll. That's it. So I am troll.
Holding a cow.
Holding a cow, because I milk people. I mean, that's the, you know, that's the metaphor.
Yeah.
Jarek is such a bad person. He's milking people. Like, he's holding the cow and milking them. No. And he's got a mallet. So I don't know what what's the metaphor for mallet is. It wasn't hammer. It wasn't whatever. It was the mallet. So yeah.
Well, better that than a whip.
Oh, that was too much. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it, guys. Yeah, we're gonna be finishing. Is there anything else to add? Do you have some questions? Because my thingy freeze again. I need to do it like this and then like that, and we have more questions coming up. True. I agree. I used to work for corporations, my friend. I know very well how it's a true atmosphere. It needs to be true atmosphere in the business, because the corporation I used to work with, it was a fake atmosphere. Everything was okay, like kind of, but after work it was just disaster. I'll be, you know, would tell the stories.
It's like Walmart in Germany. Ever heard of that story?
No.
Oh, you know, forcing employees to, like, you know, do exercise.
Yeah. Just fake. I mean, that's not
fake
in the
smiles.
But that's not in the culture.
I honestly, I just don't know. I just laugh.
Yeah.
Thinking that, you know, an American company can force Germans of all people to smile in the morning. Like,
I mean, the normal people like me and you. I mean, okay.
I can put on a... Okay, I can't smile. I'm not good at smiling.
But imagine this one in Poland. That would be funny.
Yeah, that would be quite funny.
You guys know Polish smile? Just Google it. You will know what the Polish smile is. Now imagine American company now in Poland trying to reinforce this one or force this one on the Poles. No.
They should enforce like a mean smile.
Yeah.
Like a mean face, if anything.
Yeah. Okay, there's more question about this.
I received my starter set, but the core rulebook is missing. Yeah, we do plan to ship those out separately, I believe.
Yeah, there was a small portion of, not small portion, a couple of thousand which we shipped out without the rulebook because we didn't have it on time.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to postpone, delay shipping even further. What we did, we just basically said, okay, ship those things, and we're gonna add those rulebooks into the parcels. Rulebook was also one of the elements which caused a little bit of delay, but it's already finished, so I don't have to tell you this story, guys. How the StarCraft board game development coming along? I think what the guys did, it just like redone almost 80% of the game now. They spend too much time playing the same game. They master it, and all of a sudden they say, "No, I want a new one."
No, it's not like that. You know,
I have to step in.
You don't have to touch anything. I will hit your hand away. No, basically, I mean, I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to share. You know how it is in game dev. Sometimes you think you have like a really good idea, and you get like far along in it, and sometimes you just have to do a fresh reset. I mean, this wasn't even like a fresh reset. We just had to rework a lot of mechanics. I think the core fundamental parts are still there, though. Yeah, I mean, apparently it's been going quite well. I haven't been having too much time lately to check on how they're doing, but yeah. So is Invoker still a thing? Apparently so. I just heard today from you.
Invoker is a big portion of my brain. I don't know why. Invoker sits so deeply in my brain. Maybe because I'm just playing now Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or whatever they called it, something like this.
Final Fantasy?
Yeah. I never played Final Fantasy.
Okay. That was like one of the last
things I was
expecting from you.
You know what? Okay, so Invoker was the thing in my brain. All of a sudden, I found so many similarities between this and Final Fantasy VII. I was like, what's going on here? Like, I swear to God, I never read anything about the Final Fantasy. I watched the movie many years. You watched the movie because you were still in the belly, your mom's belly. So and so on. There was a Final Fantasy movie in a cinema many years ago, 2001. So you watch it as well.
It's probably
what I'm saying
probably sounds strange for people that aren't in the know, but yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is I never knew nothing about that universe and how it's structured. But it's so immersed and it's so close to what I had in terms of ideas for Invoker.
Yeah, I mean, you should give more JRPGs a go. You know, I'm surprised that you're only just trying JRPGs now.
Well, you see. So yeah, so Invoker is a big one. It's a really big one. But I need people to actually be writing skills to actually get the ideas on the paper and write up.
You should try the Tales series as well.
Could. You know, I was like, imagine, because I did wrote a few things about it, like Meteora, about the main city where it's actually floating on a massive stone. You have levels on that stone, like, you know, sewers and level when you have not the best, you know, let's say the neighborhoods, but still there. And massive amount of airships coming in and out because this is the only one way to supply this Meteora. Right, and all those things, like, you know, the airships being driven by basically gnomes because they're the main merchants, right? And then you have the pirates on there as well. You can put them in on the air balloons and whatever. I mean, we can have miniatures.
Okay. Let's not get too far.
We even have miniatures for those things, so we can actually make a game out of it straight away. Anyway,
yeah, let's probably.
There's one more question I want to quickly just answer.
I have a question. Since you guys are almost done with Wave 1, StarCraft, after learning a lot during this shipping and producing, etc., do you think that you may send out Wave 2 faster? Well, Wave 2 is going to be probably smaller for starters, but also we should have like better estimates, more accurate estimates as well.
Much better estimates, much better numbers, much more. So yeah. It's going to be much faster. I mean, we already done the sprues for it, so we don't like XYZ thousands of sprues for this one. Packaging is being start assembled next week or week after. So this time we're going to have a stock, but that doesn't mean every single region is going to get it at the same time. We're going to have to divide and conquer regions. Okay, guys. It's been already 2 hours, so it start to become like boring. I'll just check quickly what we have here. Yeah, well, tomorrow is StarCraft AMA. So today we touched a little bit on StarCraft. Expedition 33 is on my list next to play.
Oh yeah, you haven't tried that either yet.
Yeah. So I play Final Fantasy because it's on. I shouldn't say that. Why I don't play Fantasy. It's on an emulator basically, so it's a Switch emulator. So
come on!
I just. I'm poor. I have my money.
Are you hearing this guy? Unbelievable.
On a payroll, I am maybe number 77 in this company. There's 77 people getting paid more than I get paid. So sorry, I'm just counting my pennies. Okay.
I await the day that I will be above you in that case.
Ah, you're close too.
I don't think I'm that close.
Does the currency I paid on my GameFound affect my order is shipped? I paid items in Archon Studio on the GameFound in dollar due to my settings, but the shipping address is Germany. No, it does not. So the European parcels, guys, what left is 100 something parcels, which we're shipping out tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be packing the last parcel, and you all should get the parcel within the next few days. So if let's count 1 week. If you're not gonna get a truck in within that time, and if you're not gonna get the parcels to you within that time, this is the time to be worried about. Okay. Maybe because of it's not the issue. Because it's not the issue. So kind of like yeah, the currency doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. The address does.
Yeah, again, it's like if it's done through GameFound, the currencies will convert it, so you don't have to worry about that. Are you going to be doing any of the SC2 campaign-only units, or just the multiplayer playables? Everything. We're going to be doing everything. You know, from like co-op to single-player units to even stuff that's only just mentioned in the lore, in the books, for example. We're going to be going through everything.
Yeah. So you just came about asking about the Port Heaven shipping. Yes, that we mentioned this one, Port Heaven shipping.
No new information in this live stream. There's going to be a proper update tomorrow, and it's going to contain everything you're going to need.
Yeah. For Invoker, I won't be. We've made some models already for it. So we have a bunch of fun. I'll show you something. This model is on my desk constantly, right? So there is a reason why this model is on my desk. Let me just show you. Oh, my face is already done. Hello, it's been long. So that's one of the models we did many years ago for that was it for Port Heaven, maybe.
Yeah, that's for DNL3, I believe.
Yeah, it's one of the elementals. It's a water elemental, and it sits on my desk just because it needs to remind me constantly about the Invoker. Because in Invoker, many of the models we already did, we can basically put on a spruce and give you that one in Invoker, right? For your caster to actually bring them on the table and so on. So if you have a collection of the Dungeons and Lasers models miniatures, you won't need much. You just have to go, 2 things. Okay. Is World of Tanks doing well? It's doing well. I would say it's doing well. The next wave is being done. The following waves are being also prepared. Obviously, we were not shipping because we stopped all the trade shipping until we finished with the thingy, but StarCraft. But yeah, now we'll be back in the trade. Hey, if you want to have a chat with me on basically see us on trade shows, the next one I'm going to be attending one is I think Essenspiel. It's going to be Essenspiel in Germany. So that's the biggest one.
You're not going to the Gamescom?
I might go to Gamescom as well. The plan was, myself and Shimon, we meant to be now in USA for Gen Con, but we scrapped that idea. There meant to be high-level meeting there, which was unfortunately won't happening. So I decided to stay behind. We got too much work here. The team needs me, I think, more than over there. Cool. Yep.
Anyways, I do believe it's time to wrap up now. So
I think so as well.
Yeah, we will be seeing you guys tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we need some sleep. We need some good sleep. We need to recharge a little bit of battery. I need to make sure I don't have a headache. And yeah, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be 100% dedicated to StarCraft. If you have some questions, you may just go on the other link to StarCraft Ask Me Anything, and just keep dropping the questions over there. I'm going to be more than happy. We're going to be more than happy to answer them. Right, see you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.
Bye.